Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today I am planning in my classic vertical happy planner for the week of April 29th through May 5th. I have the Live Love Posh Botanist Babe sticker book here. I think this is just a really fun sticker book, and I thought that it would be pretty to include this week. So I have to decide exactly how I want to do this. I kind of want to go for like greens and blacks because I feel like it's just such a nice combination. But I wanted to grab one of these sidebar stickers and kind of layer it with one of these ladder stickers. So I had to go for like a little bit of a shorter sidebar sticker so that it wouldn't take up, I wouldn't get too much of it covered up. There we go. It's a good solid start. Okay, now I also want to grab my white Uniball Signo pen because I want to bring in a double box down here, but I typically like to cover up the line so that you don't see through when I put the box down, because most box stickers are not thick enough to cover. So I have Mojo Jojo Plans Series 6 functional boxes here, and then do these have lines? These don't have lines, so we're just gonna go. Why did I think these had lines? Oh wait, but we have black boxes. I don't know that I needed this one. Oh, it's how you know the coffee hasn't kicked in yet. Okay, like pulled out that sticker book, not even remembering that this has the same size stickers. So we're gonna put this right down here. And this is one of those weeks that I don't quite know what my plans are. I was like double checking what the days were. I don't quite know what my plans are. So we're going to do a spread that for me will be functional no matter what happens. So I'm just going to cut off this little white edge because I want this to sit right on top of that box. Just like this. And I know that I'm losing a decent amount of the functionality on Saturday and Sunday, but my weekends have been busy lately, more with plans than with to-do lists, and that's okay. Now, I see this quote here, grow happy thoughts, and I thought that this would be pretty, like right here. We're just kind of winging it today. I sort of feel like I always wing it with my spreads, but I knew I wanted to sit down and film, and I couldn't quite decide what I wanted to film. And I do try for each of my weekly spreads to be with a different company's sticker books. So I think this is the second one of the week that I'm filming, and the first one was Kell of a Plan, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go Live Love Posh here. Now I feel like I'd like to include another quote sticker. I feel like You Grow Girl is a good start for a Monday. Just a good start for a new week. I also pulled out this washi that I thought would be fun. I'm just not sure where I want to put it yet. But I do think that this polka dot washi, I think the last time I used this sticker book, I also used this washi because I feel like it's just a really good washi that goes along with plants nicely. Like even just taking a little bit here and there and putting it around some of these box stickers could be cute. We're just sort of taking it easy today, low pressure, relaxing. That I didn't quite get fully enough there. Relaxing time putting stickers down in my planner, which is kind of how this all started. I was on a one-on-one Patreon Zoom call the other night and talking to my Patreon member, Bobby, about kind of what happens when you start to do this. And when I say this, I mean decorating your planner, but you start to do it on camera for quote work. Now, I quoted as work, which probably wasn't correct. This is work. I do have a full-time job. However, my life is dependent on two incomes, and that's the income from my full-time job and the income from Plan with Elise. This is not just a hobby for me anymore, nor is it my entire source of income. It's the combination of the two that, allowed me to buy my house and meet my savings goals and handle an emergency when it comes, like a home emergency. But it does change things a little bit when it's no longer, sitting on my couch, getting my planner set up for the week like I used to when I first started decorative planning. It does change things a little bit. But that said, I find joy in this. It's just different than how it was originally. So that's why I kind of decided, like, sometimes I sit down, and you probably notice in my videos when I'm in a stressful mode, or I'm in a deadline, or like trying to prep for Go Wild, my videos were a little scatterbrained because I was quite scatterbrained. However, today we're just kind of chilling, and that's good. Okay, now I want to take this sticker. Now, this is quite large, so we are going to lose some functional space once I bring this in, but I feel like there's a lot of black over here, and I really wanted to bring in some more green. So we're just going to decide where this is going to go. And I think that maybe trying to like minimize the amount of functional space I take up while still wanting this big sticker on this side. I don't tend to put big stickers on the left side of the page, but today we're going to. So talking about life a little bit, it is still pre-Go Wild. I have not left for Go Wild yet. Today is Friday, April 12th, and I could not sleep last night. I start work at 8 on Fridays, but I woke up around like 5:45 and just really couldn't sleep, and that's kind of the point where I'm like, okay, forget it. I'm giving up, giving up on trying to sleep. We're just gonna sort of get up and get a slow start to my day before work begins, because this is going to be a busy weekend, and I do leave in, I don't know how many days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I leave in 4 days. So 4 days from right now, I will be boarding my plane. All right, so we're gonna double box here, and I'm double boxing because I have a Patreon Zoom. Oh, let me make a comment here. If you are one of my Patreon members and you watch my dashboard video, which is going up the day after this video, I mentioned in that video that there are no Zooms that week, and I was incorrect because I made a mistake in scheduling and didn't realize when I had scheduled our Zoom originally for the 22nd, I guess, the week before this. I may be messing up my numbers, the 23rd, I guess. That it was Passover. So I did change the Zoom to the 30th instead. So if you watch that and you're confused, don't worry. It's all now taken care of. Okay, now this checklist sticker, I'm not going to have as much room for because of the plants. So we're just going to go a little bit lower. I mean, realistically, I don't always write all the way to the end. So, but we still have to go lower. So we're just going to put this right here and be okay with that. All right, let's continue through Thursday. So I'd like a quote up top, or I could do a box Thursday at the top because I haven't done any boxes up there yet. So what if we do a box and we combine it with another little ladder, kind of like this. So let's put part of this down and kind of put this like right over here. And then I was wondering if we had room to hang a plant. I think we do. So we're gonna put that there, and then I'm going to take a 0.005, but I can't draw a straight line. I'm fooling myself if I can. So we're just gonna take a little washi cutting card and put it right there so that it's hanging from the top. So we've got the ladder and the hanging plant. And now let's do a checklist, and then we can bring in a quote. Although We already have a quote right here. So maybe I should have shifted this. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Although I already drew the line. So we got to fix this. We'll make it work. I do have a couple of drops left of undo, but I think we can make without it. Yep. So we're going to put this down here. Wait, no, because I have a box here. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't think that this is going to work here anymore. Let's see. Checklist can go here. The reason I was thinking this wasn't going to work anymore is because I already have the plant, the big plant right here. So if I put this here, I just feel like it's a lot of plant happening. So let's look for a quote to use. This is the wrong sticker book. Also, Botanist Babe, code Elise10 will give you a discount. I'll have it linked in the description of the video as well. Let's see here. Introverted, but willing to discuss plants. My life is a disaster, but at least my plants are thriving. I don't know. I'm turning around to take a look at my plants. I think they're doing okay. Thriving, surviving. Yes, I do have 2 plants. One is in my office and one is in my living room. That said, like, I don't actually think my life is a disaster. I think my life's pretty good right now. It's been good for a while. I was having this conversation with some friends yesterday because yesterday was April 11th, and it's a week before Go Wild officially starts, but it's also a week before April 18th, which is the anniversary of losing my father and my grandfather. Normally once April hits, just trying to get some of this adhesive off. Normally once April hits, so does my anxiety and anticipation of the anniversary of my dad's death. And it's a really tough one. This year, it's not quite happening yet. I'm saying yet because I'm being very mindful that it can happen at any time. I think that I've been so busy trying to prep for Go Wild. I've had some really busy weekends lately. My life is just really different this year than it was last year in a lot of ways. Last year, I was living in an apartment and, wondering if homeownership was for me. Wasn't quite sure what, the status was going to be of Plan with Elise and where the year was going to bring me. I just want to cover this up because I feel like this extra black looks a little strange here. Now, when I look at April 18th, or not when I look at April 18th, when I look at where I am this year, I've been in my home for 10 months. I'm in a, what am I going to put here? We put this, wait, I may have messed this up again. I need to stop talking about life and focus on this for 1 minute here. So if I put a checklist down here, what would I put over here? I could do another quote. I don't really want to do a plant. I didn't want to put a box down here. I somehow really screwed this up by starting on this side. So let me think. We already have the box. Could probably do this and some sort of plant here. I think that's what we'll do. Okay, now we are April 2024 and I've been in my house for, like I said, almost 10 months. I'm in a really happy and healthy relationship and my business is good. My full-time job is good. My family's healthy. Like, there's just a lot that feels different this year versus where I was last year. And I'm really grateful for that. And as someone pointed out to me recently, there are some things that we do have control over, right? There are parts of life we have control over. And while we don't have control over all of it, a lot of where I am in my life is because of the work that I've done on myself and not just waiting for the good things to happen. And so I feel really grateful for that. Now, that said, it doesn't mean, just stick around this, it doesn't mean that once this anniversary does come, I know you're watching it after, so I'm sort of now talking in confusion, but Doesn't mean it's not going to be a challenging day. However, I will be at the conference with friends and friends that I haven't met yet, which is how I feel about everyone at Go Wild. Everyone's friends there, even if you haven't met yet. So hopefully that will be, you know, a good either distraction or support, having both. All right, we're gonna put this here. I know that that's like a little bit off, but I didn't want to move that sticker yet again. So we're just gonna put this checklist right here. Okay, now what I feel like is missing a little bit is the washi. I put some here, but then it's like nowhere else. So we're just gonna take some of these pieces and add to them, but not like the exact same way each time. So just rip it, kind of go light here. And a little bit here and there, and it just gives it a little something extra. The final thing that I'm thinking about is maybe adding some header box, like not header boxes, but changing the style of the weekdays. But let's get this washi down first. That one I really don't like. I feel like I was trying to just be random with it and it just didn't come out nice looking. So let's be a little bit more intentional here with my word of the year. And that word of the year is so applicable. I saw someone share in their stories yesterday on Instagram. It was Saray Bailey. And someone asked if she was going to be doing more budgeting videos. And she said, you know, she wants to, but she has a lot of conflicting priorities right now. And I was like, oh, conflicting priorities is a really good phrase. This still isn't working. It's a really good phrase for how I'm feeling in life because my priorities are my job and Plan with Elise and showing up for my niece and nephew and, you know, nourishing this relationship that I'm in and time to rest and my health. And I'd really love for my priorities to include reading right now, but it's not. And trying to fit it all in definitely hasn't been easy. There's been a big lesson in my schedule and how I need to change things up a little bit to make room for everything that I want to make room for. And what I've learned is that sometimes that means saying no. And it means saying no to things that I want both in work and socially. I can't go to every social plan. I try to, but it just doesn't always work. I can't go to every single game that my niece and nephew both play. I will try as much as possible, but it's just not going to be doable. And I can't say yes to every business opportunity that comes my way. There are things I have to say no to so that I can say yes to others. And those have all been lessons that I've learned recently. Okay, there's a lot of chatting about life. I was talking about doing date cover-ups, right? So as I'm looking at the stickers I have for date cover-ups, I don't know that any of these are going to be this like dark green that I really want to use. The only thing that maybe would work is I have some Planner Kate ones. This green is a little bit too Kelly green. These aren't quite the right match. This could work because it's a little bit more muted, but I don't know that any of these are really going to be necessary. I think this is like a very Elise spread. We've got the functionality. I love having the black in here. And I think it's perfect. It's ready for a new week. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll link everything I used in the description. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time.